Hey guys, we're going to give you the ultimate tour of a Holiday Rambler Nautica 35QZ. So we own this one, and we're going to give you owner's perspective. So come on with us. Alright guys, you guys have been asking us, and we shall give you the more detailed review of the camper. We're going to go through things we have learned about it, if you will, things we like. There's some things we don't like about it, mostly more likes than dislikes, of course. But we're just going to show you what the bays are, like the outside. We're going to start on the outside, show you kind of what things do, how I have stuff stacked in there, and then we'll go on the inside, put the slides out, and then do that part.
Yeah, so if you are not interested in what's going on the outside of the RV, you can fast forward to when we begin the inside part of the tour, and we'll put a timestamp, in the description at what point you should fast forward to. So this is your full detailed tour of the 2021 Holiday Rambler Nautica. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Quit your bitchin'. Happy campers only. That includes adults and children.
So we pick up these little things.
Wherever we go.
So then we got like,
where is that? Badlands.
Badland.
And Glacier. That was the best. Did you scratch the refrigerator?
Key West.
Wait, Blue Water Key.
Blue Water Key.
Show them Blue Water Key. You guys gotta go to Blue Water Key.
And this is our Georgetown. Yeah. And that is at the campground that we broke down in last weekend. All right, so we're going to start recording. We're going to start on the driver's side. So we're actually in our barn. So one of the things I really like, these mirrors vibrate like crazy going down the road. Don't like that. I've got an appointment to get that fixed. But I got these cameras up here in the mirror, and I'll show you when we go inside. But a screen that puts all my cameras, all three cameras on one screen. And I actually probably use those more than I do my mirrors. But that's a really cool feature, and I like it that it's up high versus down low because it seems to give you a little better view. So this first bay is kind of like where I keep all my tools. I got a little toolbox, air hose, extension cord, antifreeze, washer fluid, fuses, sledgehammer. You never know when you need a sledgehammer when you're camping. You might just need to throw it one day. You've got this air chuck where you can air up tires, bicycle tires, whatever you really want to do, blow up stuff. It's kind of a cool feature. One thing I wish it had, and this thing doesn't have, is a little latch that a lot of them have where you pop it and the generator slides out front. Don't have that. Can't have everything, so it's okay. Going to the next one. This is our Aqua Hot. This thing is fantastic when it works, and it's a pain in the butt when it doesn't work, and it's currently broken. And we're going to do a video. I know what's wrong with it. I'm going to fix it. But we're going to do a video on how to troubleshoot and fix your Aqua Hot. Like I say, we've had a little bit of trouble with it. Not much. Thermostat went out on our last camping trip, so I'm going to do a video on how to fix this.
It did. But we still had decently warm showers.
And it was hot.
It was hot, and it was a nice cool down after coming in from the sun.
Yeah. So these are our big bays.
I mean, poor us. We had to have a cold shower, and our diamond shoes are too tight. Us glamping Americans, we have to have hot water.
So this is our big bay with our motor rod tray. If you're curious about a motor rod tray, it'll be up in the top here with a link to it.
We'll put the link in the description to the video we did when Jarrett and his buddy Jarrett installed these.
Jarrett and Jerry.
Jarrett and Jerry.
Fun fact about that is when I tell people my name is Jarrett, they automatically hear Jerry, so you could just say that Jerry and Jerry installed them. So.
Right.
But I like my motor rod tray. A lot of times we just got back from the beach, so we have our beach chairs in here. I put a grill and stuff in here. But I also like the fact that even if you don't really use the slide out so much, is it breaks up your bay and your stuff doesn't slide back and forth when you're going down the road. Just another small bay. It's also a side part of that compartment. I've never really figured out, so if you guys got a solution for them, that'd be great. But as far as like your sewer hoses and stuff, where to put them on these, my other camper had a big bay in the back. I could kind of stick them in as far as I had two wet bays. But this is my stinky slinky. So yes, I really have a gripe about this thing. So down here is where my sewer hose comes out, and for whatever reason they put the hole up, you know, in front of the sewer hose, and so that doesn't come out straight, and so my sewer hose is always kinked in here. One thing I have learned about this thing here, let me get this out of the way, is my drain for my hose is too tall, so I figured out about where it needs to go and broke it in half, and that's what I'm using for my sewer hose drain. Rubber gloves, you gotta have them.
Heck
So
yeah.
I actually buy those at the auto parts store. They're heavier, so mechanics wear them, so they don't rip as quick, so that works out pretty well. But yeah, that's the wet bay.
The only thing I really use in here, me and the kids, is this water hose right here to rinse off the sand off our feet.
If you use this and you don't shut them off, you get cold showers.
That's right. We did figure that out. Those have to be shut off.
I read that. I kind of knew that, and then I was reminded about it on a Facebook group that we belong to. DEF tank. So I'm about a quarter tank on my DEF tank. I've been three and a half tanks of fuel on that one tank of DEF. One thing I like about this is it's got a hose reel on it with an automatic you know, rollback. One thing I don't like about it is it's got this cord going in right in the middle, and so you can see it has bunched up on one side, and it wouldn't be that hard to make this where this would slide back and forth. Matter of fact, I might make it slide back and forth, but so you can get your cord on there easily. One time I will say that it got bunched up on there and I wasn't paying attention. I was in a hurry, and it blew a fuse, which took me a minute to find, but I found it. And then more 6-volt batteries. I do want to switch these out to lithium batteries because there's no maintenance on them, and I leave this thing plugged up in the building, so to make life a little bit easier as far as not have to check my batteries. I would suggest if you change your batteries, take a picture, do them one at a time. That way you don't get the wrong cable in the wrong spot and short some sort of electronics. So I'm gonna go up on the roof. I'm gonna do it while it's inside because I'm a little more level.
Yeah.
So there is a reviewer who has a very popular YouTube channel, and his initials are Matt Crofton. And Matt, if you're watching this, we love your channel. But he doesn't like this ladder because you gotta take it on and off, and I will say it is a little bit not cool when you're going up and down it. But I do like the fact that it's out of the way when I'm hooking my trucks up and I'm back there messing around. It's not something that I have to contend with.
That's true.
Just for shits and giggles, we're gonna go up on the roof and I'll show you what that is. Here we go now.
We can't take that.
That's not trademark.
Trademark.
That's not trademark. All right, so I am in the garage still here, checking out our roof. But it does have a 265 watt solar panel. Charges your battery when you're going down the road if you're not running your generator. I just found this laying on the roof like that. I'm not sure what that goes to, but I got an appointment with Fleetwood in September, so for some repairs. But yeah, so this is the roof. You got your King Air antenna. You've got your digital antenna, your second roof AC, and then you have your Wi-Fi Ranger, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use. I'm getting closer all the time on that. And then you have your tank vents, which I'm getting ready to put different things on there because not sure why, but we did have a sewer smell coming home from Alabama, but I'll get to it. So anyway, this is the roof. Yeah, I broke his neck coming up here. And that Woody has a solid, what, 10,000 miles on him?
Yeah.
He's been with us for a long, he's seen a...
Caution, this is graphic content.
Poor Woody.
I'm sad. Oh, this is bad. I've got to order another Woody. Please don't let your children watch this. This is very graphic content. I'm so sorry. My heart is a little bit broken right now.
So we're back here in the back. So I got this little, there's your muffler, then you got your reservoir for your hydraulic fluid. This little compartment, I just take and get me some trash bags, put them back here. Something I don't really, it seems to stay pretty watertight, but it is what it is. This is my electronics bag. That fuse I was telling you about on the cord reel for the, of course you got your inverter and stuff, but the fuse I was looking for the cord reel was in here. You got your solar charge controller, and then you got that one box that I cannot keep the door on. I have full of that daggone thing and full of that daggone thing, trying to keep it in there, but.
Which one?
It's right here.
Point to it. Oh.
And that was this one.
Okay.
That was, I had to reattach because well, it wasn't attached, so I had to fix that one. That's one of the first things I fixed when I got home.
Okay.
Now let me say this: if you buy a camper and you're not handy, get handy, because you're always tinkering with something. And yes, it's under warranty. The service center is a 5-hour drive for me, which isn't bad compared to a lot of y'all. But it's still, probably $400 worth of fuel. $300-400 worth of fuel getting up there and back. And so, I try to do as much as I can myself. Just because, one, I don't want to lose time camping, and two, it's cheaper, especially those simple parts. So, miscellaneous junk drawer. I throw my braking system in there. I keep a bucket in case we go very far and I want to wash it when we get somewhere, just get the bugs off the front of it. So I carry a few things like that with me.
Yeah, that box there is just our holiday decor.
Outdoor
lights and such.
So
our American flag light lives there.
So this is the other side of our camper. Hey, I've had this guy for years. And this is a big trash can, a pop-up trash can. It takes 50-gallon trash bags to go in it. If you don't have one, get you one. But those are our kayaks we take with us.
Yep, there's our kayaks, our blow-up kayaks, which you probably saw in our Nashville Shores video.
They're great. We've had them for 2, 3, 4 years maybe.
Yeah.
And they don't take up much space, and they're not on top of my camper or zip ties or bungee cords to my rack like you see a lot of them going down the road.
Yeah, we really like them. They're sturdy and heavy. Still take 2 people to carry those things.
There's all of the camping chairs we take with us. And then
the other side of the more ride tray.
The other side of the more ride tray. Been looking for those. And then this is just a, another little
compartment.
I got fishing poles in there. I've got propane gas for our Blackstone and lantern and a little electric heater and football and basketball. We actually have a little bug zapper thing that goes in there as well. Fuel door, one on both sides. Holds 100 gallons. I know at 3/4 of a tank, it doesn't. I put in about 60 gallons, it seems like, so maybe 60, 70 gallons. So it's not, so that's probably a little bit bigger than a 100-gallon tank because the fuel gauge is up too high. So we need to do the TV. This is our TV compartment. That lock doesn't work. It's one of the things that gotta get fixed. So yeah, this is our TV. One thing that we figured out is that this actually pops out and then it will swivel.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. We've only used it once so far.
Yeah, it's not something we don't sit outside and watch a lot of TV. So
it is nice to have a movie night by the fire some nights, but it just depends on where we're at and what we're doing.
But it does, at least it does pop out. And, if you're setting up close to the front of the camper, you can get it out and it comes around. And then, it does have a sound bar. It is a pretty decent TV. So we stream a lot of TV when we travel, if we're watching movies or whatnot.
Let's see, put that thing back in there. Ooh.
And then, I'm almost 6 foot tall and you can't reach that. So my solution, if you're not, if you're, 5 foot or 6 foot less, is just to grab the shock, pull down on it. And
there you go.
Works pretty well. Putting the awnings out so you can kind of see them. It is cool. I have no idea what does that. I'm using my app on my phone to do this. So I'm putting the awnings out with my app on my phone. The app's pretty handy. I can control a lot of the features. I can actually run the slides in and out with my app as well. If the sun is on the back side of the camper with these 2 awnings out like this, it's great because, as you can see, you get a ton of shade. I wish they were lower. Or like I could not have to get on a ladder to pull them down and reach them.
Yeah, I agree.
I have not pulled these down. The slides come out under them. And it does have the entry awning as well. Which is nice because if it's raining, it does give you a little bit of a break from rain if you're coming in. But it has the LED lights in the awnings, the roller of the awning itself.
There we go. We can see it right here.
Let me try to turn them on.
Yeah, might be hard to see with the sun on. They're pretty bright white LED lights. For me, I personally prefer an awning that I can pull down a little lower, maybe, you know, in the front to kind of slant it. We used to like to hang our towels, things like that. But, you know, it still provides the shade we need. They are on wind sensors, so they'll retract. And we've seen them do it.
Yeah,
they work.
It does work.
Excuse the mess back here with our trailer. And then, but I was just gonna say that it's okay. They're still okay. They do what they're supposed to do. They provide shade. And then when it comes to hanging things, well, we have a little bungee cord we use now instead.
If they would put an armless awning on them, it would actually let it sag down more, and it would make it, I think it would just be a lot better solution. But I don't know that you're going to get an armless awning in this price point. So this is my generator compartment. It does not slide out. I wish it really slid out, and it doesn't.
Do you want to open it so they can see in it?
Do y'all want to see in it?
They said yes. Okay, they want to see in it. This is the full detailed tour.
So come on. So this
What is all that mess?
This is your front AC where it drains, and then I don't know who did this at the factory, but this goes to my Mobileye, and they run it underneath all that, and you know what could possibly go wrong? We'll pull on a cable with an end. Here's your generator. Check your oil right here. And one thing I do like about this is you can actually see your fluid level here. I do pay attention to that stuff quite a bit. I always give it a good once over every time we go somewhere. But if you look down here, there's enough room if you get the bags aired up that you can actually sit on the ground and set up in here and get the stuff. Get the stuff where I reach stuff. Generally, if I gotta do something, that's how I do it. One thing that really surprises me about RVs is these are my frame rails and this is my bumper. There's really no bumper on these things, so if you ever hit something, it's going to be catastrophic, to say the least. But that being said, pay attention when you're driving. Be careful. Don't hit nothing.
Extreme caution.
Extreme caution. Our Georgetown, for whatever reason, driving at night, it had real bad reflection from all like the dash lights and everything on the inside of the windshields, and it was really hard to see and drive this thing at night. So
looks like you're having trouble seeing right now in the sun.
Yeah, well, one thing I do like about this guy, and while I'm putting this up, is full body paint. Really makes it look nice. Oh, I know what I was going to gripe about. I'm going to gripe. Dear Fleetwood.
Okay, be nice to Fleetwood because we really love this camper.
Yeah, we do like our
But everybody has pros and cons, right?
So this is my exhaust pipe from my Aqua Hut. Shiny, pretty, cool. That's just a tip that bolts on. This is my exhaust pipe for my generator. Not so shiny, pretty. It kind of looks like homemade sin. So
homemade sin, that's bad.
For $200,000+, can you spend $4 to put a chrome tip on them and make them look nice?
All right, that's his gripe of the day.
I mean, I'm really
Again,
much to complain about.
Our diamond shoes are too tight.
I know, right? Oh, it does have
that, by the way, is a line from, I'm pretty sure, Friends. Didn't Chandler say that? My diamond shoes are too tight.
One thing I do like is they do this.
Oh, whoops, wrong way.
Up at the top, and get the little stopper sticking out.
Yeah.
If you're going down the road and it's really windy, or you're sitting tight in your
on the awning.
On the awning. You see it right?
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
If it starts to unspool, that stopper will catch it and it keeps it from tearing up your awning.
Okay, moving on. Is it time for the inside?
Think so? Let me back this guy in.
Yep, turn on the AC because we're sweating. I'm so sorry, Woody. All right, going in this thing, we wanted to mention that these steps are uneven, so you got to watch your knees going in. One of our kids have already tripped a couple times, and we've heard some people say on the Holiday Rambler Facebook group that we're in that it's a mentionable, noticeable issue. It's not really an issue, it's just something we notice, that the steps are uneven. You kind of have to teach your brain to know when to step a little higher. So this is what everything looks like with the slides pulled in. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. And so you do have a little narrow pathway. We put our ottoman, which is in another video. We don't have the couches that recline, the theater couches, and we'll explain that here in a moment, but we bought this ottoman to help be able to put our feet up. Anyways, this is the space you have to walk through when you're driving. And I really appreciate this little space here where the fireplace is. It does kind of give you a little bit of workable space here when you're stopped or need to come back here. Anyway, you can squeeze right on back to the bathroom. And it's a little dark right now. We will turn on the lights, but you do have access to the bathroom. And that is it for now. We will talk about those things here in a moment, but I wanted you to see the space you have when the slides are in. It's not too bad, is it? So here's where you pull out your slides. Roadside rear. There goes the bed. Alright, and then basically on this panel you just can choose your buttons here. I'm choosing slides. And did I do roadside front?
Yep.
Nope, that's right behind me. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start with these buttons here. You should be able to press this button here that says all lights, and all lights should come on, but ours don't. So, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to the panel and lighting. There's bed and bath, kitchen and living, entry. Here's all lights. When I press it, you kind of have to give it a few seconds before they actually come on. And as you can see, none of them did. So if I turn them on individually, ta-da, we have lights. I don't know why our all light button doesn't work. So we don't need the porch lights on.
That out. So however you had all your all lights set, like Valerie just turned on one light, and so if she hits all lights, it's going to turn on that one light. But the all lights turn on your last scene setting, if you will, from the last go around, and you'll turn your lights on. So if you hit all lights, and now we do all lights now, it's going to shut all these off.
Now hit it again.
And if I hit all lights again, it's going to turn on
ta-da!
everything we just had on. So.
Great. Well, I'm glad you figured that out, Jarrett, and thank you for telling me. Because here I was telling them that we had not figured it out, and Jarrett figured it out, and he didn't tell me.
Well, I kind of stumbled across it the last time I was messing with it, so sorry.
Okay, now you're just making a mess of the lights. Let's do a quick walkthrough so you can get a general idea of what it looks like as a whole if you haven't seen our first tour video. Okay, so one thing I want to mention is coming in the door when you're driving, there's not a whole lot of space to walk back into this area because the seat has to be pushed up for the slide to be in. But when you stop and pull out your slides, this chair does have plenty of little adjustments here, and you can push it pretty far back and it gives you lots of extra space. So let's go ahead and walk through real quick so you can just see the layout of this camper if you never did see the first video. Obviously the kitchen here, pantry on the left. We walk back to where there is one full bath here, the master bedroom, the bunkhouse, and you can curve around this wall here, laundry closet, big long countertop in this part of the bathroom here with another door that shuts off that bathroom. And this is just such a neat layout that we had never seen before. We fell in love with it immediately, and we're gonna break it down and show you why. So now that you've seen the full view of the camper, you have an idea of what it is, of what we're talking about as we walk through it. So let's break it down. All right. One thing we want to note is we love these lights up top. Plenty of lights in here. They're all on different little switches. Jared's going to show you how they dim. Hang on, I can't hear you over the AC. We got to keep it on because we're hot out here in the building.
To dim them, you just hold the button down and they will dim.
There you go.
So this little controller pad here controls all your you can get to all your lights from here. Even your cargo bay lights, which are underneath, you can turn them on here as well. There is a difference between cargo and utility lights, I figured out. One other nice thing about this thing is we have the max air fans right above Valerie's head. You can open them and close them from this fan here. Just turn them on. They do move a lot of air. They did do a good job, I will say, and I think this is what they thought of, is the microwave doesn't vent outside, but it does vent up through here. So if you open this up and turn it on while you're cooking and turn your vent on your microwave, it tends to suck everything and blow it right out the top. So it does have the MCD blinds, and then frameless windows, so the windows going down the road, you don't get a lot of whistling, so you do have the daytime shades, and then you have the nighttime shades as well.
Yes. The only window that does not have a daytime shade is this panoramic window here. We do love the blackout shade, but we don't get that daytime shade. In the shop with the doors pulled down, it looks dark outside, so you can't really tell much, but aren't my little marshmallow guys cute? Got those at in Pigeon Forge, I believe, one of the campground stores.
Getting to the cockpit area, I do like the steering wheel. I grew up on a farm, I've driven trucks before. And the steering wheel actually feels more like the steering wheel that's in my pickup truck that I drive and tow behind this thing. So I do like the new Freightliner screen. You see it?
Yeah, hang on, I'm trying to
It's only
position
yellow like this
myself.
because it's not running. But I can control, see everything I want to see in here. And then I can change my screens at the bottom, which is the one I most normally run, is
Whoop!
engine temp. Air horn works.
Scared me.
My engine temperature, distance to empty. All that good stuff, but I can kind of scroll through it and then do whatever I'm looking for, whatever you like to look at when you're going down the road. So
We do love those cameras there. We've mentioned
I've
those
got
before.
all three cameras, and I can go through here and do my mode, and I can kind of set them up however you want them. I like the one behind. Hold on, I'll show you this. This is the one I like, so it's smaller for behind my truck being behind me than these are my two big ones, left and right mirrors going down the road.
Okay, and what's this here?
This thing drives me crazy. This is that mobile eye. So if you get out of the lane, it screams at you. If you go too fast, it screams at you. So
Oh, that's the thing that goes beep 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 beep.
So I always turn it down to 0. So even at 0, if you're about ready to hit something, it will still yell at you. But if you get too close to your lanes, it doesn't really bother you that bad. So
Still a useful tool to have.
very useful tool.
Okay, what else you got?
So this is the radio here, which is also my GPS. It has Copilot. I've been using it. I like it pretty well. It's got an SD card that goes in here, so I'm assuming at some point I'll have to update it. But it does real well. As far as I can stream, I can, it's got a CD player. I don't know if it plays DVDs to the TV back there or not, but I can do my radio or my phone through it.
The only button I know how to use up here so far is pulling the shade up and down. Watch this. There it goes. Pretty simple, huh?
So I was on a Facebook group, and a guy in that group seems to be pretty sharp. He told me how to do it, and I haven't done it yet, but where you can put your GPS on this screen up here when you're going down the road, that way your kids are on, how long before we get here? I can just point. It's up there. Pay attention. Also, I do like, getting back to this, is I can control everything I want to control from driving down the road is it a pretty easy reach.
Yeah, I like how that angles over. In the Georgetown, it didn't. It was pretty straight across.
Yeah, if we change the radio, Valerie would actually have to change the radio stations because it was like right in the middle, straight across. And
Yeah, he really can reach everything the way this is designed. It's really nice. And then, oh, tell him what this thing is in the window.
That is the Mobileye. That's the thing that we were pointing to that screams at you if you get out of your lane. So the thing that's cool about this thing, and we didn't really figure this out until we bought it, is that we have security cameras that work off the radio. You just have to have the park mode. You have a switch. It's a light right here. When you're sitting here, if you hear something outside, and you're just going to look around, you can kind of scroll through and.
Where's the switch again?
Right here.
Yeah, there's the switch.
And you just click it, and it circulates through the camera. So
We have, is it 3 cameras?
3 cameras.
One in the,
Back and one in each mirror.
this is the side, because that's where the boat
Side
is.
mirror.
Where's the other side? Which is basically the side of the building we're in.
Yeah.
And then
The back of the camera.
the back of the camper. And then let's show them the other camera in the master bedroom area. So you have the ability to use that same feature here on this TV. Ooh, flip on the accent lights while we're doing it. Aren't those pretty? And I have my little command hooks. That's where I keep towels when we get out of the shower.
There it
And you just have to put it on
goes.
AV. And then the switch over by the bed.
It's right here, so the same thing.
Same cameras. And there's the switch for that.
Yeah, it's next to the lights. It's right in the
Okay.
middle. It does have a nice sound bar. I don't know if you can see it behind the TV. We use it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of nice to have a sound bar in a camper. The batteries are dead mount remote, but it does have a fireplace that puts off heat. You can get in here and adjust it.
Mm-hmm.
It has a thermostat right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to,
It's already hot.
I'm not going to run this very long, but then it has where you can kind of, you can change your light color here too as well.
Isn't that fun? Gives it a little bit of, yeah, just something neat, huh?
And there's actually storage behind the fireplace.
Yeah, open that up.
But
I mean, there's a little bit back there, not much. Oh, and then go ahead and open that compartment under the TV. That's where we keep all of our remotes. Yeah, that's a nice deep compartment down there.
Just all remotes in a bin.
Yeah, we just keep some bins down there. And also, I throw this in here. This is a piece we bought for the kids. I wanted to mention that because this RV does not have cup holders in this back area where the couch is and the dinette. So when you're going down the road and your kids need to put a cup up, I purchased this little thing on Amazon. It works great. And then I just slide it right there in that compartment when we're done using it. And I also bought these because, see, some of the dinettes will come with an actual cup holder built into the table. And I just bought these. They're on little adhesive stickies, yeah, and they work fine. All right, so let's move on to some of the cabinetry in the kitchen. Up here, obviously, we have these 3 compartments that are pretty deep. That's where I keep some of my pots and pans, a few of them. We don't carry very many. We're not full-timers, we're just part-time. We stay very minimal in our storage. Just some trays we have and outdoor eating stuff. And what's in there?
So this is the DVD player I bought, and then this switch here allows you to put something in this compartment and then go through this switch to get it to the TV. So if you got a satellite dish and you want to put it on TV, you can just put it in and there you go.
Okay. And then over here we have even more storage, which I really appreciate. This camper has way more storage than you would think. That's where I keep some of my breakfast items. Oh, our light up cups from Nashville.
Yeah.
And just some food bags, and this is where I'll throw like apples and stuff when we get on the road. But I wanted to say that in a fifth wheel, we've had fifth wheels before. We definitely noticed that you have way more storage and more space in a fifth wheel, but in a Class C or Class A, you kind of lose some of that. But I gotta say, in this Nautica, they did really well with the amount of storage in here. This is where I keep my little food tents up top. I've adjusted the shelf to go way up high. And then like dish towels I keep in a little clear bin and fold them real nice. Napkins. Here's our spice rack that folds out. This is nice because it travels well, and then I can just pull it out and put it in the kitchen when I'm ready to use it, or just pull out whatever spice I need. Keep our little single coffee maker up there. We don't need much when we're part-time, you know, we just need a quick cup of coffee. This is my electric hot water kettle, and of course a blender for the good times. Yeah, and then over here, so we have this compartment here, which has my little morning reading material, which everybody needs a little inspiration for, right? I love this compartment because it has this switch under here, electrical outlet with USB ports. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a perfect charging place while you're riding down the road. But as you can see, this drawer here is not usable. And our kids have ripped it off how many times? Enough times, but we're gonna have to do something about that, or put a note on it, or I don't know, because they keep pulling it off.
I'm gonna fix it. So.
And then you have all of these little drawers here.
Nice big drawers.
Yeah, they're decent size. They're okay. That's where our utensils are. And what's in the bottom? Forget. Yeah, some more utensils. And then let's do up above, where I keep plates, cups, coffee mugs. I put these little plate racks in there. And that's where I keep some pans that fit this actual convection microwave, and trays, things like that. Oh, I wanted to note the felt lining.
Yeah, it really cuts down on...
Actually, we can't see it real well in that one. Is there another one we can show them? Oh, when in the back bedroom, we'll show them.
But it really cuts down, the felt lining really cuts down on noise from the camper, like going in roads and bouncing.
Things bouncing around, hitting each other. The sink is a pretty good size sink. It's a smaller farmhouse sink, but what more do you need? And I put these little sink protectors in there as well. They help out. But let's go under here. Under the sink, what did Matt's RV?
$57 trash can.
They valued this trash can pretty high. That trash can has a nice appraisal on it.
One thing. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to mention was this is the amount of space you have under the sink, which goes back pretty deep, and it allows me to keep a little shelf thing I bought there on Amazon to keep my bags and such. And of course, I use these little cubbies for everything: cleaners, soap. Oh, look at that! There's a Starburst wrapper. Keep my little plastic bags in a container here on a command hook, and it's enough room to fit the trash can and all of our pots and pans. Now, how can I possibly fit all of our pots and pans in there with that amount of space left? Let me show you. Ta-da! We were introduced to these magma pots on, of course, another YouTube video. Forgive me, I don't remember which one we watched, but this is how we found out about magma pots, and they're awesome. So they just nest in there. And how many are in there?
1, 2, 3, 4. Go in here, then this goes down. This goes like so. Goes like so. And then this, another pot,
is the lid.
Lid.
And then it has a bungee cord to tie all that up. And that is all our pots and pans in one. Oh, and the handles for them are in one of these drawers. You have to twist it on the top. Yep, and then, yep. So there go our pots and pans. I love those things. And they are coated with non-stick, and they're magnetic bottoms, so they work for the induction stove. So let's look under that induction stove.
These are nice deep big drawers as well.
Yeah, pretty deep. And what's in the other one? Oh, silverware.
The real silverware.
Yeah, and then the two here we have, you know, other Tupperware, collapsible, everything, some more utensils. There's our handles to the magma pots. And in the bottom drawer, I think we just have some more kitchen items we use. Our s'mores box, microwave stuff. And these little things are cool. These are ramen noodle cooking dishes. I found these. These are as seen on TV, so you can probably find those somewhere. You see how you can just put the pack of ramen noodles in it? All you do is fill it with water to the line, microwave it for 3 minutes, and bam.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles. The kids love them. That's it. Okay, so what do you want to say about the microwave?
It's got this bar here underneath, and then it's you can't get to it from underneath because there's a little block of wood in there, and so I can't get to the screws. I felt like if I could get to all the screws, I could probably get this microwave to quit squeaking.
Yeah, I think so. What you're saying is because of the way this
It goes in. You can't really access it.
the tile they put in around the panoramic window,
picture window, whatever you want to call it,
doesn't allow access to the screws under the microwave, which...
And then to take the top off, because you can't get down to the top like you would in a normal kitchen, I believe, and I haven't pulled this out and I'm not going to, but I believe you pull this piece here off and then you can get to the bolts where the microwave bolts in.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let Rev fix that. So
really, all we were wanting to say about the induction stove, we've used it a couple times. I can't believe how well it works. I've never really messed with one before. It's just got these little switches here, and you just select what heat you want. It goes up to like number 10, and then once you're done cooking it, I mean, it's true, this thing really does, once it shuts off, it cools down really fast.
of course this is a convection microwave. We've used it a couple times at this point.
Yeah, we've baked in it, and we're learning because you have to set the time, the turntable, you know, to cook evenly. We've burnt some bread in there, so we're learning how to use it, but it works and I'm not complaining. This is our pantry. These here are
Fuses.
Yep.
And then the
pantry's
one,
fantastic.
oh sorry.
Got our little retractable bars here. These are, every camper knows those are handy for just about every cabinet.
And then the one on the bottom,
Spring tension rods.
fuse panel.
There we go. Popped right open and it was ready to go. All right, let's talk about the bathroom.
Sorry, bathroom. Really comfortable bathroom. It does have a pretty decent sized shower. The one thing I will say about the shower, and Valerie and I have had this conversation quite a bit, is the step.
Let's open it.
The seat in the shower
Yeah.
is...
It's useless. Unfortunately, it's just not enough space with the seat in the shower. It's a good size shower, but after having showered in it, see which way the water hose sprays? I mean, it sprays right onto that seat area, and so it's just the way it's positioned. You kind of have to, you know, stand a certain way to get your hair washed or shut the water off a few seconds. Basically, we're saying that that seat is useless, and had we been the ones to design this camper, we would not put that seat in there. It's taking up space.
So this is a very handy sprayer. If you need to clean your toilet out or you got something lodged in there, you can spray it, make it go down.
Heck yeah, we love the sprayer.
All right, Matt. This sink is very handy because it's the only sink you can get to if you want to wash your hands when you're going down the road.
Who's Matt? Who are you talking to?
Matt Foxcroft. Matt's RV review.
Oh, yeah.
Said this sink is stupid. This is the only place that, I think it was his exact words.
He mentioned in his tour of this camper that he wasn't sure he understood why this sink was here, didn't really like it, didn't understand why it was right here, well the bowl sink was right here also. But I don't think he's been in it driving down the road and had to use the bathroom, because I think he forgot maybe that this is where the camper cuts off and you can't use that sink. So while you're driving, you want to be able to wash your hands without having to go all the way to the kitchen, pretty much. So we appreciate the little sink.
So one thing that's neat about the bathroom is you got all your switches here, and you can actually reach them while you're sitting down. You can turn on your water pump. You can open your fan if you need it. You can turn that on, open it or not if you need it. So that's all accessible while sitting.
Yes.
Which is nice.
And that's just a note of we have different color loofahs, we have different color towels, so everybody knows who's whose, and that's just why that's there. That's a very good pro camping tip.
Yeah.
Keep different colored towels, beach towels, bath towels, because you know how kids are. They'll throw them around and be like, it's not mine. I didn't do it. My towel's not soaking wet. That's hers. Okay, so residential size fridge. We love it. I love the locks on it. There's not much to say about it other than it's got plenty of space. I love that drawer on the bottom. It's perfect for waters. You can adjust all these shelves, of course, as any other fridge, and plenty of space here in the freezer. All right, moving on to this unique layout here in the back, which we love. This is the bedroom, of course, and what we love about it is it has these little side tables with plugs with USB ports, and then there's the switch to lay down the bed. Up here, all this cabinetry is very deep and we love it. That one is jammed packed full of all of our bags that we use. Travel, cooler packs, beach bags, drawstring backpacks, any kind of camping backpacks we take when we're going on a hike. That's where I keep those. This one here in the middle has a light. I actually shoved an extra pillow in there, and our camping reservation binder, which I'll explain later, possibly in another video, of camping must-haves. And here's where you can probably see the depth of it more. Isn't that great? On the other side are the same switches, and also you can turn the generator on this side. All right, so here we go with the bed. Okay, as you can see, it's got a really nice headboard and 2 windows here. And so once it's out, there's still a little bit of walkable space. It's not as much as you had when it's up, but it works. And so that's what it looks like when it's down. One thing we notice is when we put it back up, you know, sometimes camper beds are just not easy to make, so sometimes it just looks like a mess when you're lifting this thing up and down. The bedding and pillows kind of fall all over the place. Today, I'd say this is looking the best it's ever looked, because we like to clean up house for our guests. And so we made it to the best of our ability.
So, jumping in here, sorry.
Sure.
Back.
Jump in.
We looked at the 38N, the Holiday Rambler 38N, which is the big bunkhouse, and they put this bed on a remote, and they couldn't find the remote, and that was enough to make us not want to buy.
You know, yeah, that was a great camper, but that bed was only on a remote, did not have a switch on the wall. And it took them we waited at least 30-40 minutes maybe of them trying to find the remote. And at that point we were like, that's exactly what's going to happen to us. We're going to lose the remote. So that was a no bueno. Okay, so there's the bed. Yeah, I've showed them all the switches already.
Show the generator?
Yep.
So this part of the camper, if you will, is basically just a big extension of the bathroom. You've got a medicine cabinet, of course, storage under your sink. There's, 6 storage drawers below.
Lots of storage.
Lots of storage, and you've got, another little wardrobe with a wardrobe bar. That's where we keep our laundry detergent and quarters for the machine, little first aid kit.
Yep.
And then back here you have the area for the stackable washer and dryer. We have teenage daughters that go with us, so we're using it for storage. Eventually we'll probably put a washer and dryer in there, but right now the storage works out better for us.
Sure does. Full-size mirror, which we love.
Full-size mirror.
And
hey, the AC shut off.
oh, good.
One thing that we like about this camper is it's got these doors that close off.
Yep.
Our bedroom to the bunk room. It gives you some a little bit of privacy. You can change clothes in here if you need to, or
I mean, several people can change clothes, and we've already done that. Like when we're hitting the beach or something. Hey, it's time to get dressed, get ready. We've got someone's in here, someone's in the bathroom, which I'll show you how this door has a little magnetic piece. Can you shut that for me?
Yep.
See, now I've got my own space here, and then someone, which we call the hallway, someone can change in the hallway.
There's another door here.
I wanna zoom into normal, so you can kind of see. People have asked, well, how narrow is that hallway? Honestly, yeah, it's kind of narrow, but we've gotten used to it, and you can see how one person can stand in the hallway just fine. I mean, we all get through it. You can kind of see what size of people we are. And we walk through it just fine. I'm filming this with my iPhone, yes. Sure, it gets a little tight with your elbows when you're drying your hair, but that's what is so awesome about having this door open. it just creates so much more space, doesn't it?
It does. Coming back to the bunk room, you have a ladder closet, which we saw on Facebook. They didn't even know we had this thing for like 2 months before we knew we had that
It
closet.
took us several weeks to even realize that closet was there. Cause shut it, there's not a hook on it, a handle.
So and then you have another storage closet, and a little wardrobe closet. Then of course the 4 drawers below it, and then
they're all pretty deep.
And then the girls have a nice deep closet.
Very deep in there. Now I can't see that. Do you want to turn on that little light back there?
Oh, is there a light inside the closet?
What I like about these bunks is they have these little push lights. So each kid has their own little reading light. It also has, again, the plug with the USB port. So important because these kids and their phones and tablets and stuff. Oh, we got them these little fans too. They have the USB hooks and they just kind of turn them on if they get hot. Now, I think we really should take this down and show them what it looks like. This is the full detailed tour, and we're gonna pull up this bunk here and drive Jarrett crazy and show you what it looks like if you want to put up the bunk and use it as a closet instead. Here we go. That's it?
That's it.
That was pretty easy. Oh, it works. It is the first time we've done this. Now you see what it looks like, and you can use it as a closet. Wow. All right, so y'all want to see what the dinette looks like folded down as a bed? Let's do it.
Comfy too.
Yeah, and if you want, we have these little extra foam pads that we use. So if someone needs a little extra cushion, we'll put that there, and their blankets, they're good to go. Ready. And it takes up pretty much the whole space. You could squeeze your legs through there if you need to walk through and get out, but we use this as a kind of a last resort. I mean, we've really only used it once when my mom came for the night.
I'd almost rather use this than this.
Yes, because you have all your space still. But if needed, you have it. And we personally like that option. One thing we noticed that if you chose the reclining chairs over the sofa bed is the way that your recliners would pull straight out. You would really be kind of turning your neck to be watching the TV. And honestly, for Jarrett and I, we didn't really like that. As much as we like our recliners, you know, again, we're part-timers, so we are mostly busy and doing things while we're camping. We're not sitting around and watching TV too much. But yes, we do use the TVs and we do relax in the evenings and watch movies. I prefer to sit like this. Or like this.
Also, a lot of times what I do is I'll spin the driver's chair around,
Yep.
and then I prop my feet up on that, and that's a great view for watching TV as well. So
Sometimes ottomans come in handy. Person 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4 can all put their feet up at the same time, which you wouldn't have if you had the recliners. We love it. Just let's show you how the hide aloft works. This is the bunk above the driver's area, obviously. You just turn the key, which Jarrett did. And how many pounds did this hold, Jarrett? It was
500.
Like, yeah, it was quite a bit. 500. It's actually really wide. You could get 2 little kids up there for sure.
yeah. Again, this vent here, because we never hardly use this bunk up here,
Yeah,
is useless.
to us.
But it does have little storage compartments up there that you can use. It does have a curtain that goes across here that we do have.
It does. It came with a curtain that snaps, and I'll be honest with you, it was kind of a pain. It has too many little loops. It wasn't easy. If they just made some kind of a slide, that would be great. I don't know. Anyway, this is not something we use often, so for us to want to put that up there is just not going to happen. Also, the one thing we noted in the first Holiday Rambler Nautica tour, when we were seeing it for the first time in Tampa, forgive us for being a little overly excited in that video. It was our first time seeing that, so we were like, oh my gosh. At least I was, but we did notice that when the bed is down, it does block the front door, the only door to the camper. So unless you're willing to bend a little to get out while it's down, and if it's not a problem for you, this camper will be great for you. But if it is a problem for you and you're using this a lot, and or you want to get out at night while this is down and it's a problem, then it may not be the camper for you. But because that's a huge obstruction in my opinion. Again, we don't use this bed that often. Matter of fact, we've never used it yet. Only if we brought all of our kids, which again, ours are older. We have teens and young adults, so for us, that bed is just extra. That bed's actually like last resort bed.
I almost wish it wasn't in here, to be honest with you.
Well, I actually like that we have the option.
Yeah.
And I like the lighting in it and the way they did the little tray in it. It's kind of nice, but
I would
anyway.
be cool if they got this is a difference of my opinion, but if they got rid of this with the tray ceiling in here, where you could use that vent.
Yeah.
I would kind of like it. I think it would be better personally, because with all the beds in here, with the dinette making a bed and the couch making a bed.
Yeah.
I mean,
But when you're choosing a camper, you can't have it all. You just can't have it all, and it won't ever be perfect.
No, I know. So if this video's been helpful in any way,
we felt like it took forever.
it did.
But we really wanted to be thorough with it.
And take our time.
Yeah, and get pretty detailed with, the details of it.
And we totally missed some stuff, so it's okay. We'll
if there's anything you feel like we did not cover, just ask us in the comments.
And please, like I say, if this video was helpful in any way at all, we would appreciate the like and subscribe. That really means a lot to us. So we look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. I think the next video should be me troubleshooting and fixing the aqua hot. That's probably going to happen this week after this video here. The days before, so I'm gonna try to do that as soon as
we'll get an aqua hot video in there, and then we'll be showing you another campground soon.
Look forward to the next time, guys. We'll see you soon.